Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's Ruth Marquise, your favorite realtor. Welcome to the Ruth and Relationship Show. I am your host, Ruth Marquise, aka your favorite realtor, aka your favorite credit specialist, aka your love negotiator. I help men and women relate, get into quality relationships that lead to quality families, that lead to quality communities, that leave quality legacies. Let's build. Today's topic, you don't ask the right questions in dating. You don't ask the right question in dating. Question? Tell me what you think about me. So, I want you to tell a friend, okay? Hop up on here, tell a friend to watch this episode because if y'all are still dating, okay, some of us are still dating, some of y'all are still dating. If y'all are still dating, y'all got to understand. I just was telling a friend, I said, listen, if you don't get a PhD in dating, my friend, there's no hope. There's no hope. There's a type. And you got to know all the types. You got your nice guy type for the ladies. The nice guy will nice guy you to death and still play you. You got your Pookies and Ray Rays that's hood and play you. You got your, who else? Y'all give me some people that I see y'all in the comments. You give me some the men, women and men. You got all types of guys because there's a misconception that's y'all keep choosing the Pookies and the Ray Rays. I'm like, I ain't married no Pookie or Ray Ray. I didn't deal with no Pookies or Ray Ray. I probably had one Pookie Ray Ray in my entire lifetime. Okay, but um there's regular people every day, all day. There's different types of people that you need to avoid. Okay, we'll get there. We'll get there, but you need to learn that. You need to spot it from a mile away and say, nope, I'm good. I'm good. So please stop thinking it's one type of person that the women are falling for. No, they come in all shapes and sizes. They look like a professor. They dress good. Some of them dress good. Some of them don't dress that great. Some of them articulate. Some of them can't read for nothing. It's all types of guys that play games. So please don't. Now for the women, there's certain kind of women. Y'all put us in two different categories. But I'm sure. Thank you for the love. I'm sure there's so many different types of women. I am not dating women, okay? I'm not gonna categorize the woman. The best I can do is the show for the women, because the women, y'all got the women mad at me, for speaking on some things, and it's not like I don't want to go break it down. Y'all got to figure out one for yourself. But y'all already know. Y'all put us in two categories, and we're way more than that. You know. She said there's 5 bad ones running around in the world. I remember that one too. Yeah, that's 5 of the bad women. There's 5 bad women running around. They're just all the same. But the men, it's like maybe I'll give them 7 now. 7 different types, right? So so there's something that we need to. Hey Keisha, we need to ask better questions when we're dating. And so I was talking to a friend earlier and I was like, you know what? I should have had an outline. I was like, certain things, it's just not going to fly. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not going to fly. It's because I didn't have a outline of the questions I was going to ask. So so the Ruth and Relationship Show is all about the journey, the journey of how you learn about yourself and others, what people want, what they don't want, and how every single interaction it could be a learning tool. But the problem is when you keep y'all, the ones that women, let me get y'all the game. When you keep saying it's the same men doing the same thing in different bodies, that just says you're choosing the same men. The other guy that's good be like, yeah, she don't make good decisions. Like, I'm just telling you what they're thinking. Guys, tell me if I'm wrong. They're gonna be like, she keeps choosing the same guy over and over again. The guys in this point of life, when you're getting serious about dating and relationships, men as they get older into their late 30s and their 40s now, they're thinking about, okay, what's my legacy? What am I going to leave in this world? So if you are thinking about getting married and you're still in childbearing years, get ready, my friend. Get ready. If you're not, good for you. Okay, good for you. I would love to be done, but I ain't done. All right. I got my nice little child safe cup here because I can't keep my son just drops it. All right. So let's talk about the questions, like the danger of not asking the right questions. So when you don't ask the right questions, it's like there was this step and that step and that step and that's the see. First of all, we talked about this earlier, and a friend was telling me how there is okay, help me out. It's she said it was what was it? I think you said open dating and then exclusive dating and then commitment. What was the first one? Just talking phase. Okay, talking, open dating, exclusive dating, and then talking phase. You know what I mean? I really feel like y'all can decide which I want to be on, but it just depends. Like if you with a snake, snakes want you to be committed early. Like, you know what I mean? Like an honest dude is like, look, I am still talking to other people, but the problem is when men don't like telling what they're doing. You've never heard about another woman. The only time you ever hear about another woman with a man is if they get caught with one. That's it. Like, tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me. Ain't no man ever said I'm talking to 3 other girls. No, that's not happening. Okay, it's just not happening. They're not gonna say that. They just not gonna say that. Will they be mad if you're talking to 3 other guys? Oh, now use the O, right? Even if you're not doing nothing. But okay, so when you are now I'm thinking there's more steps in talking. Like in talking. Now, let me give you this. There's some what's a pumpkin? Yes. Leave that over there. Go over there. So there is the guys are not just like, hello, nice to meet you. I want to take you out on a date. That's not how it goes now. Okay. When y'all in the talking phase, he's screening you, he's vetting you, he's testing you if he's serious about what he's doing. If he's not doing none of those things, fam, run for the hills. Did I say a little louder? Run for the hills. If you want something serious and that man don't got no questions, that man don't got no questions for you. He don't have no expectations. He don't have nothing. He just fine with whatever. He don't want to get to know you. He don't want no time. Baby, you are wasting your time. I don't care if he's 85 years old. You could be an 85-year-old F-boy. I mean, it is what it is. Put that on a t-shirt. 85-year-old F-boy, right? So it's important that you are asking the right questions. It's important that he is asking the right questions and you know what you're going for. You know, like, so you put your deal breakers. I would say if we're going to customize it, you can put your deal breakers in and ask about your deal breakers without saying, this is what I want. I had a conversation with a friend and she was like, I told him I can't have kids, right? And I was like, no, don't tell him you can't have kids. You have to ask him if he wants kids first. Like, unfortunately, you gotta extract the information you want first. So yes, you don't want to be like, what is your first name? What is your middle name? What is your last name? You don't want to fire hose them like that, but you want to sprinkle in some questions and get to be yourself, right? But don't be your interrogation self, right? But just, get to know people. Now, is mommy? Okay. So there's little steps to even determine whether you will be wasting your time. If you're one of those people that get wrapped up in the whole romance of it all, but this person doesn't want the same things as you, then I would recommend you don't go. Like, what are you going to do? Change your deal breakers for this person? Maybe you should never, because sometimes when you meet somebody and face to face, the chemistry overrides women because we're so emotional. The chemistry overrides your common sense. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. The chemistry overrides it. And so I think in this article, it was saying how, shh, you're just talking because you hear me talking. You want me to take the phone? You want to go in the back and see? Then be quiet. Yeah, you want to sleep here, but you can't. All right. So there's little steps. You can go to be like, I'll confirm what I'm thinking. But like I said, there's little things where it's just like, if y'all not on the same page, if you notice, like guys be asking questions before they want to take you out on a date. They would rather vet you before they take you out on a date. That's somebody that's looking. There's other guys that so easily take you on a date because what they require, they know they got to put something down to get something back. They trying to see time, harvest time, you baby. Watch it. Watch it. They say, well, I took you on 1.5 dates. It's time to give up the draws, okay? Be careful, sis. All right? Be careful. Let me put this title here. So, the guys that will easily take you out on dates, they don't have no questions to ask. They don't want to know nothing about you. They just want to know if you look the way you said, if you're not ghosting, like if you're not catfishing them. And that was it for them. There's no requirements. There's no I'm looking to be married or serious conversation. That's another thing, ladies. How you want to be married for those who you want to be married, but you're not looking for those words. Now, just because a man says he wants to be married, he could be a liar or telling the truth. But if he never says it, hey, if he never says it, my friend, if he never says it, then you know he don't want to. What in his life says he wants to get married? You're gonna waste your time. You got time to waste. Hmm? For y'all that can't see the close up, it's the fine curls up in here. This is my camera. You like my hair? My little young girl hair. Hmm. Men are going to ask you questions when they're looking to get married. They're going to tell you. They're going to tell you, I would like to get married. Even though they don't like to say it, even if it's cliche, even if they don't come out and say it. But if you say it, then they can say it. They're not going to say it if you don't say it. So that's why you have to make sure you say it, ladies. Make sure you say it. I don't know about you. You could say I'll get married or maybe never, but I am looking for that. You could say that. You could say I'm not that pressed. I'm not gonna just choose anybody, but I would like to get married. There's people that want to get married. It's okay. So moving on. If you don't hear it, it's a red flag to me. It's a red flag because most of the time, go back in your head and all the times where you thought somebody wanted something and you didn't want. Did they not? Never. Did they? They never said it, right? There's some liars out there. Don't get me wrong. There's some guys that's what they lead with. Like, yeah, I want to get married. I want to have kids. I want this and then the third. They already got kids. There's nothing about them. If you mention the word kids, one guy called his kid's mother effers. I said, what? I said, what? It was like, yeah, we about to do this. I was like, we about to do what, sir? What are we about to do again? We about to do this. Trying to talk about our new life together on the first day. I said, bro, you doing too. I felt so uncomfortable. I was like, you of all people, this is, I crushed on you for years. And you give me this? This is the line. I was just like, okay, you're you're a really bad actor, okay? Oh my gosh. So what did he say? He said, so that the liar is gonna bring it up and then and just paint a beautiful picture and all these things like that, not bringing no real conversation, no real what you're looking for, no deep nothing. You don't know, you still don't know, but let the words and actions, but there's never no words, baby. There's never gonna be no actions. Okay, so the question, like the dangers of you not asking questions is you being led, like the bull would have the little joint, and then I don't know if they do this, but the ring, okay? Like imagine the ring here, and they lead you by a little ring, and you're being led somewhere, but it's not where you want to go. You understand what I'm saying? It's not where you want to go. You're trying to get to a destination, and you're allowing this person to say things to you. What do y'all think about this? What do you think about this? So now you gotta, it doesn't have to be brought up like it doesn't have to be brought up like in the like you don't have to bring it up. What I'm saying is keep your ears open and have some trigger words so that way if the topic lands on it, he says it first. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying, hey, so you want to get married, right? No, sis. No. Now you telling him that you want to get married. If he can ask you what you're looking for, right? I told somebody else, like, listen, if I say I want to be married, then the lames is gonna come and paint me a whole universe. Okay. And play on that. If I don't say I want to get married, then the serious ones won't know, right? And sometimes he can hide his agenda, but I'm just saying it's a good thing. Okay. So when you don't ask the right questions, you don't get the right results. Let's move on. Let's talk about the right questions. Anybody out here dating? Anybody out here dating? Anybody out here dating? What do you think about the dating situation? I know I don't ask enough questions on here. What do you think about the dating scene right now? Are you having success? Are you getting great first dates? Do you have great conversation? Like this video for me. Do you have great conversation? Um, so let's get to the icebreakers. Okay, so let's review. Okay, let's review some questions because I was like, yo, this is a guideline. I was like, in my mind, my list is not like how tall is he, how much money he makes. No, I need certain things I need, including a relationship with God. I'm gonna give you that one because some of y'all be faking it, and then I'll be like, ask the questions. Hey, some of these questions, ladies and men, you're gonna have to follow up. Okay, you have to follow up, and the reason why I'm doing the show is because because I have been in a scenario where I was like, yo, I forgot to ask the most important question, which is the intentions question, right? So you figure out where they want to be, what they're looking for, in that kind of regard. Because if we was being real ace adults, then you could just say, I was looking for something short term, and I could be like, oh, okay, that's cool. I can decide if that's what I want to do or not. But when you take away my decision with lies, that's when people get upset. That's where it's like, why did you, play this game? So it's more than this just one question. It's just that this is the setup to now I ask you this question. What do your actions say week by week, day by day that backs that up? And if your actions don't back that up, then you were telling me a lie. And that's that. Now, here goes some icebreakers. I'm going to share my screen. And if you have some icebreakers that you use and you like or whatever, but I wonder how many people have actually said, "Hey, I'm gonna put the link out too as well." Here's a link. I'm gonna put the link out if you want to get on our live stream. So that is the link. Can you see it on Facebook? What happened to regular Facebook? You can't see it? Okay. All right. So that is the stream. That is the invitation. So here's some icebreakers. I was going to ask you how many people have actually looked for questions to ask. How many people have looked for questions to ask? Okay, so all right. So here's we're going to go through some of these questions and I'm going to see which ones I like. What made you want to go on this date? Okay, what made you want to go on this date? What made you want to go on a date with me? That's like saying, like, why did you apply for this job? Let me know which ones you like. Who's your closest friend and why? Ooh, I got that one answered the other day, and I think I like the answer, but I didn't ask the question. But if I could again, I was like, oh, I like that answer. Would you rather spend a night in with your partner or go out in a large group? That tells you that this person is more social. Some people would like to be, I mean, when you think about it, right? If somebody says they'd rather go out in the large group, that's where they are in their life. They really don't really want a partner because when you want to literally settle down, That means like whatever the group wants to do, they don't control you anymore. What the group is doing is not like, oh, we're here, we're there, we're there. A lot of times it tends to be like, what y'all doing? Okay, well, I'm coming through. But would you prefer to spend the night in with your partner and you're a homebody? If you like to stay in and you have fun staying in and you enjoy the company of yourself, which is nothing wrong with it, let's normalize that it's okay to enjoy chilling by yourself. It's okay to enjoy chilling with your partner in the house. It don't always gotta be a going out. It's so funny how when it's time the woman want to go out on a date, then oh no, why can't we stay in? But then when you want to go out and be all social with everybody else, it's a everybody else thing, but it's not a going out with your girl thing. You know that has happened a lot for guys that do not value family and relationships. They don't value it. You can't make them value it. You only can find a man or woman who wants what you want. If you're an inside person, get you somebody that like to stay inside or that's ready to make the switch. If a man wants to get married, then he knows that he gonna have to stay his butt inside. And he gotta start practicing. They know these things, y'all. Don't act like you gotta baby him or mother him. They know these things. They know they gotta start chilling in the house with their girl. All right. Number 4. What is your one of your favorite childhood memories? Ooh, this is how you can open the door to talking about the childhood because what I have learned is when you talk about somebody's childhood, all right? Here we go. When you talk about somebody's childhood, when you learn more about their childhood, you learn more of who they are. I'm going to say it again. If you learn about their childhood, you learn more about who they are. Now, unfortunately, when you share your childhood with people that are master manipulators, they know how to get in, right? They know how to like, okay, this is the void. But if you clean that up, like, yeah, this happened to me, but I learned X, Y, and Z. You got to treat this like this is some type of job interview. I need you to do that because you on your best behavior. First date, you on your best behavior. F all that. Oh, I don't wanna be my representative. Well, they got their representative. So you're being authentic. They got their representative. And then you get mad when you get played. No, 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 no. I mean, sometimes you don't even get played. Sometimes it just don't work out. And that's okay too. So you have to always put your best foot forward because you want to set a precedence, okay? That this is the new me. This is what you get. I never said switch it up later and be a jerk later. No, keep up. When I'm with this person, I'm going to be at my best. We should always do that. Oh no, I'm just gonna be myself all the time. Yourself stink sometimes. Like if you don't take a shower, you stink, right? If you don't put deodorant on, it's summertime, baby. You gonna be smelly, silly, okay? So you put your best on to get to go to work and go outside to go out with your friends. Why you can't put your best on to be out on a date? Not just the outside things that we do, but just the inside attitude, heart posture that you have to have. Meaning you have respect. This could be a potential partner. You have respect for this person. Like literally the most important job that you're ever hiring for is going to be your husband or wife. The husband is hiring for the wife is hiring for the husband, baby. It's both. It is. And if that person's not doing things to show that they can be a good husband, if they're being very stingy and very selfish and very self-minded, they are not ready for a wife because it's all about selflessness and sacrifice when it comes to a woman. So you do not waste your feminine energy, your good, fine, beautiful self on somebody that's selfish. Because now you serving him and he's serving him. How that makes sense? Make it make sense for me. Can it make sense? Can it make sense? No, it don't make sense. So you wait. You wait for the right person to come along. You wait and you say, next, next. That's how I go. Next, next. Nope. I don't want you because you this. I don't want you because you that. And you don't, if you're looking good all the time, it's always going to be a new dude. There's a new dude waiting for you next week, sis. I promise. I promise. Sorry, there's a new woman waiting for you next week. Make sure you smell good, you look good. You're going to see her. You're going to approach her. It's going to be all good. We got to go back to old fashioned just looking good. You know what I'm saying? Like just looking good. Not wait for you to get home and then start DMing people. Right? And that's fine too. But do you want to just be stuck to this of this experiment does not work, then I'm doomed? No, you're gonna, when you, thank you for the like, when you actually look good all the time, if the app don't work, if the DMs on Facebook don't work, if the DMs on Instagram don't work, you got multiple streams of leads. You want to be in business? Ruth gonna show you how to be in business, to love business. Okay? In real estate, I do not have one way where clients come in. I may have a big pool, like most of my clients may come from one way or two ways or five ways. But you see, I said five. And I was just listening to a podcast. He said he has 50 ways to get leads in. There's a top five, but there's 50 different ways. Looking good, smelling good, being nice, at the gas station, keep your eyes open, smile. Oh, like, you know, like be friendly, say thank you when they open the door. When you at the store, pay attention. Guys, ladies, men be looking. They be looking. They're not looking, they looking. The men be looking. They're not looking. They are looking. No, they bees looking. And even the 15, I'm like, yo, bro, you 15, bro. No, you gonna sit. You gonna sit. Okay, give me the phone. Give me the phone. Then, oh, well, all right then. Then all right then. They got this thing where they look at you, and if you see a guy like go like this, he was looking at you, sis. I know. What? This is how I know. Let me find out. Say hi. Say hi. Say bye. This is Emmanuel. Oh, you blowing him a kiss? Say hi. Can y'all say hi to Emmanuel? Let's see if we can get some comments. Okay, say bye-bye. Bye-bye. My mommy's gonna put me to sleep. Mommy's gonna take me to bed. Go. Before I take you to bed. Go ahead. I'm gonna take you to bed. I'm gonna take you to bed. Go play over there. Go play. You like to see yourself too much. You vain. You probably think this show is about you. Okay. All right, here. Go ahead. Go get Bluppy. Go get Bluppy. Go. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll take care. So, I'm sorry, guys. So, they be looking. And my daughters is the one that be like, Mom, you see that one? You see that one? You see that one? And I'll just be like, I mean, I knew that some people was looking, but I didn't think that, you know, like this right here meant, you know, like you turn around every time, it's always like they be quick with it. They next be, they could be with their woman. They just staring the whole time, and as soon as you look, by the time you slow and they fast. That's all I have to say. I didn't think it was real. And it's like, Mommy, she's like walking behind me. I'm covering your butt. I'm like, listen, I got clothes on, ma'am. I didn't do nothing. Anyway. So if you're looking good, you're gonna get another date. You gotta know. You know, they like the buses. They're gonna keep coming around. Women have it easier when it comes to dating than men. I'm sorry, but it's true. If you take the time to look good, if you're not getting any dates, you're not giving your best. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're not, like, listen, I'm not the way that I want to be. If you don't put them damn Spanx on, put them Spanx on. And listen, I was taking them pictures back in the day. My stomach was on flat Spanx all the way up to here. Up to here. I wasn't playing. I was like, I'm gonna work this little face. You better go ahead with that. With my chin and everything. Not my chin, but so you don't have to be stuck on the people that's in front of you. And you know somebody's coming. So whoever's in front of you, you just practicing your best. Men be practicing their best moves. Ladies, start practicing your best conversations. Stop putting your foot in your mouth all the time. We do put our foot in our mouth. Our egos come out. We put our foot in our mouth. We talk about our past trauma. We talk about drama with our friends. We talk about drama with the children. We talk about all of these things. But you have to be a great conversationalist. You have to be able to speak and have some depth. You have to talk about things that are deep, things that are, you have to learn how to be vulnerable as a woman. You have to be authentic and vulnerable and real. And when you get that match energy, it's amazing. It's fire. But if you're not giving it, you're not going to get it. You could be giving, and all you be like, this person dry as hell when they talk. Why? Why is this person always holding back and I'm not? But when you give your best, then what you can start seeing when people are not giving their best. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. That just means next. That means get the hell out of here. Get the hell on. Sorry. I'm gonna clean up my language soon. I've been weeding them words out. I've been doing better. What do y'all have to say about this? All right, so let's get another question in. The question is, will I ever leave you? The answer is, all right. So who's your closest friend and why? So we got the whole, what's your favorite childhood memories? If they start bringing up negative stuff from the jump, you already know they got issues. So stop talking about your trauma on a first date, please, ma'am. Go to therapy, talk to your friends. Don't tell them. Don't tell them. He got to figure that out yourself. He better figure out you're crazy, sis. Don't tell him. Hey. Share this with a friend. All right. Why did you decide to move to this city or town? He might talk about sometimes in business scenarios, you don't know that you're being screened for dating. So in this business scenario, the person started talking mad trash about Philly. And I was like, ugh. And then it didn't surprise me how they start talking like trying to manipulate and say crazy things. And I was like, oh, see, how you remember this one right here. Remember this right here. Y'all ready? How do you do anything is how you do everything. How you do anything is how you do everything. If you're half acing stuff, if you halfway doing stuff, you're gonna halfway do it here, halfway do it there, halfway do it. If you're a type of person, you want to have all the information. Look at all this information, but you never make a decision. You never move forward. You just don't have enough to go on. Then that's how you're gonna do everything. That's how you're not gonna you're gonna gather, but you're not gonna be good at deciding. So how you do anything is how you do everything. If you do that, I promise you, if you bring that into your money life, your parental life, how you do anything, you're like, dang, I messed up here. How else am I messing up? Okay, I messed up in this area. I messed up in that area. How else am I messing up? How else am I showing up today? Even today, I was texting and I was just like in a rush and all that stuff like that. He was like, your timing was good, but you need to work on your text messages. I was like, why? I read it back and he was like, I was like, oh, no wonder you got smart with me. You thought I was saying that you was done. I'm like, no, I didn't even say that. I was like, I read it back. I was like, oh my gosh, this don't even make sense. So then I went and did that long behind text. Cause I'll be like, you gonna get this text the way you want because you didn't want to talk. But I went and did this long behind text and explained everything I said. And he's like, thank you. Like, I was like, it makes sense now. I was like, wait. And I'm glad he said something because it's like, if I didn't if he didn't say anything, I wouldn't have known. He would have been like, yeah, she's rude. But I had already established myself, so you know. So then I explain myself. I don't have a problem with explaining myself. I don't have a problem with if I said something to offend somebody to clean it up. I don't have a problem saying sorry. I don't have a problem apologizing. I know it sounds the same, but essentially it is. But yeah, I don't have a problem in saying thank you for the feedback. I don't have a problem with that stuff because I'm growing. I see this whole thing as a way for me to grow. And then I was like, oh, that's why that client has said that. Because if you say certain things, it doesn't translate well on text. And she's like, I gotta da da da. And I was like, exactly. Da 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 da. And she'd heard my tone versus I put that in text. She wouldn't have took it the wrong way. And I was like, oh, I gotta take all those things out of language, like talking stuff, and then text, you gotta be like, this cannot be misconstrued any kind of way. You gotta do it. All right, you either gonna get better or you not. All right. Where is your favorite place in the world? Where's your favorite place in the world? I mean, that shows you if that person has actually. I like that conversation because it kind of goes back to your to good memory. These are like positive questions. It's see, one thing I learned. Hey, if there's one thing I learned is the power of positive conversation. Girl, you gotta charge them. You gotta charge them. Don't give it to them for free. The power of positive conversation. Every time y'all get together, it needs to be a positive experience. Think about it. This is the best you're going to get. This is the best version of that person. After that, it's right. Hopefully, they land like in the middle. They okay. They not too crazy. They not too crazy. But if you, this is the best you gonna get, and this the best you gonna give as far as your personality until things get real. Can't y'all didn't get together, y'all didn't have kids together yet, y'all didn't do this and that and together. When you get mortgages involved and children involved and families involved and all that stuff, it complicates it. It's going to complicate it. But this is the time. This is, oh my god, I remember our first date. It was amazing. It was amazing. But if you want to like, oh, I'm gonna be myself, and if I got a bad mouth, I cuss all the time, this and that, third, ladies, I don't know if I ever told y'all this, but y'all need to clean up your language. Hey, Ruth, don't let them get mad at you today. That's why I can't come back on. I just give up. I just give up. It's always a little cleanup we got to do. We got to clean up. Men, biggest hypocrites you ever see, and no, but they don't like when we cuss. They don't respect us when we cuss. They see women, Poppy. They see women as like something that is good and pure. This is why they want us to be so good and why they be so naughty. Can I get an amen? That's why they want us to be so good. They want to be like, she's like a role model for my kids. She has great character. You got a great, you have great character. Do you? Women, we're not choosing the same stuff back. You can say you don't want a man that cuss. You can say you want a man that love God. You can say you want a man that prays. You're the one not making your standards known. Men are better at standards than the women. I'm sorry, because they're going with what's in front of them. Women, their standards be like really low or really high. But the guys right here, but they really up here with it. I'm just saying. We be really up here. I want him to make 6 figures and be black and never had a slave in his family. I don't like you, bro. I don't like you. What you will like is his hairstyle. That's what you will like. Okay. All right. All right. So that's what I'm saying is like, we got to be a little bit more realistic, but not like you can raise your standards in what matters. Y'all want him 6 figures and no Jesus or no God. Y'all need to worry about like the Lord blessing y'all with some finances versus because God will do it. Let me tell you something. God will do it. A lot of men that came up off Ruth's prayers. Ruth, shut up. Sorry. Why she drinking? It's true. I'm with you. I'm all over you. Praying over while you sleep, all that good stuff. What? You blessed, my friend. I got somebody that been in the same job for 12 years. I help you get that job, sir. You're welcome. Anyway, stop. But they want us to be good, pure. All right, let me move on. I feel like I get stuck some places. I like it though. I like being somewhere. I like it. All right, let's go. I have a question for y'all. Do y'all like when I just go rant? Do you like me to move along with the topic, or do you want me to rant when I'm feeling it? Because I feel like them clips come out when I rant. That's really what I'm doing if you're right here watching me while I'm painting my Picasso picture. All right. Oh, that's good. What are the greatest and worst books you ever read? First of all, do you read, sir? Woman, do you read? Greatest books. Now, you can say one book, but now you got to give me two. I'm reading into the question. And it's greatest because you know the follow up question is going to be why? Why is it the greatest book? What do you like about something? Well, how can I see another side of your personality? What neighborhood do you live in? Yeah. Where's your favorite place in the world? What's your favorite local spot? I don't know about that one. That sounds very like if this don't go well, I'm gonna show up to your local spot. So that wouldn't be me. I'm not saying these not bad questions. They just have to go with your personality. If you could go out to dinner with anyone in the world, who would it not be and why? Oh, you can find out what they don't like that. I like that. What? Asterix. Yo, why you can't just like highlight stuff when you on the internet? First of all, ain't nobody asked you. Hold on. Can you highlight something while you on here? I thought you could. Dang, that's messed up. Cause I'm so when I'm reading online, I can. All right, who do you have a favorite author? If so, who? I wouldn't ask both of those questions. What's your favorite? Unless they went on and on. Like if they said I've read so many books, then I'm gonna say, well, who's your favorite? What's your favorite movie or television show? I mean, then you can see what kind of genres they like to watch. That comes in handy when you're watching shows with them and y'all Netflix and chill. Y'all know how y'all do. What's the best? What if y'all like the same shows? Oh, baby, when y'all like the same shows, y'all be like, I ain't gonna tell y'all my favorite show because let me tell you about these spies. These spies be really watching the show, trying to find out stuff versus doing the hard work and finding themselves. So I can tell you all the answers to everything. What's the best meal you've ever eaten? That's a good one. I like that. That shows you their favorite meal. And then what if later on this comes in and you're like, I remembered. You know, you told me this on the first day and you do stuff thoughtful things like that. They're gonna be like, wow, this woman is really into it with me. But it's really just no. What's the best vacation or trip you've ever been on? What's your favorite sports team and why? I mean, if you ask someone what his favorite sports team is, then he's like, now you really caring about me, right? Like, I'm like, actually, I've never asked that question. What is your, what was your AIM screen name? Oh, was that AOL? Instant Messenger? Oh, please. Don't nobody do that. What are you looking forward to right now? Ooh, what's on your bucket list? Okay, what are you looking forward to right now? Says like, is there something that's coming up? Like, do you have things going on before you met me? And what are you looking for? What do you like? What's on your bucket list? Do you have things you want to do in your life? Yeah, bucket list is fine, but sometimes people be talking. So don't just take that with a grain of salt. So these were breaking the ice questions. Now, with work, I try, I try not to talk about work the whole time. I can talk about business for hours. I can do this for hours. Sit and talk to you for hours. But somebody made a good point. It's like you're not here for business. You're here for personal. So why would I sit here and talk about work? And then it goes into so much nuance and detail, which is beneficial to your work life, but not really to your dating life. All right. Where do you work? How long you been in this profession? How do you hang out? Who do you hang out with most at work? I think like men get offended a little bit when you ask them. Is it just me? The men be like, if your first question coming out your mouth is, what do you do? Where do you work? Right? They like, okay, because they feel like you caught in their pockets. But so, in some conditions, you know that already. Certain situations, you already know that. But who do you hang out with the most at work? That's when you find out if he got a work girlfriend. Is it a work wife? What do you love most about your job? What do you like least about your job? What This is like getting to know you, like, and the status, job satisfaction. Yeah, that's pretty important. What's next for you in your career? Do you want to grow within your company? Do you see yourself out elsewhere? How did you decide to follow this career path? What did you study in school? What's your greatest professional accomplishment? What's the most embarrassing thing that's happened to you at work? I like questions like this. Oh, not okay. It depends on how cool the person is. I feel like I wouldn't ask this to any, like, a stuffy dude. I would not ask him that. But if he's cool and we really vibing, yeah, I'll ask him this question. What's your least favorite colleague and why? I would keep it positive. What's your professional role model or inspiration? Don't make it too boring. What's the typical work day look like for you? Ah, that's interesting. I like that one. How do you get along with your bosses? Uh-oh. Why? How do you think your career does and doesn't fit your personality? Does your career fit your personality or does it not? What's the hardest thing about your job? I like that question. I like it. It tells me that your child, what your challenge is. It gives me something to look for, to monitor, because I'm like a monitor type of person. Like, how's that going? How's that great? Like, I'll follow up. Um, like, are you working out today? Like, if you want me to, I will be like, hey, did you work out? I worked out. You want that accountability, and they're gonna work out like, oh, I don't want her to ask me. Like, some people like that accountability where it's like somebody's gonna ask them, so that's gonna make them do it. I did that for a minute. I'm like, oh no, I gotta put something down on my 90-day accountability journey, like, and then I would do it just because of that. Hardest thing about your job, how's your role changed since getting hired? So far, how y'all like the questions? Personality question. Let's go, let's go. Share this live, share this live. Check our messages. Okay. All right, this is where I want to see personality questions. This right here. The key is to ask them about situations. This way, you get a chance to see how they might react in certain positive, negative, or neutral scenarios, which may reveal more about who they are than asking them a point blank question about their music taste or pet peeves. So, another way to pay attention is see how that person, when y'all get to know each other some more, how do they act to their family members? How do they act with their children if they have children? How do they act with their parents? What do they think about this? What do they think about that? You know what I mean? So when the scenarios come up and you ask what happened and crazy stuff start going down, you be like, get your little bag and go, my friend. And go. And go, miss. If he's doing some crazy stuff, if she doing some crazy stuff, that's gonna be you next. That's gonna be you. And if it's not you, this is how he thinks about people. This is how she thinks about people. And if they don't treat people well, why would they treat you well? That's their blood, and they treat you like that. Why would they treat you any better? Moving on. Are you an introvert or an extrovert? Are you an early riser or a night owl? What does an ideal weekend look like for you? I like that ideal weekend. And if it's not like, I like chilling in the bed with my I mean, they're gonna run that line, but some people really are like, I want to do something with, like, I feel like men are going to like, yeah, there's the line, you can know a line, but like the line is like, yeah, anything with you, girl, was great. When they start doing that voice, and it turns me off. I'm not gonna lie. It just be like, if you sound like you said this to 1,000 girls, I don't want to be 1,001st. I can just pick up and go. But anyway, what does an ideal weekend look like for you? What's your favorite way to relax? Do they even relax? Some people don't relax. Some people don't even know how to relax. Some people are just running out there trying to get validation from other people by showing up to places that never even cared if you came. Roof, shut up. Oh, this one's for the fellas. This one's for my homies. This is for my homies. Well, you showing up and you going to a place that never asked you to be there. They don't care if you come or not come. They ask you, but that don't mean they're gonna be heartbroken if you don't come. And you feel like you're important and special for going to places to be fake with people that ain't even real with you. But that's my mama business though. And that's why I keep my butt home. I really do, because I already know what's going on. All right. How often do you like to exercise? I like to do not how often do you exercise, but how often do you like to exercise? They might exercise but not like it. Or they might that's not their ideal thing. How would you describe your personality? Oh my gosh. I remember somebody asking me questions and they threw the little line, you can ask me anything. And guess what? I ain't had no questions. I felt unprepared, child. Anybody else feel unprepared? I'm trying to prepare you. Coach Ruth is trying to prepare you. I am trying to prepare you for the good moments in life. I want you to be ready, my friend. I want you to impress your opponent, your friend, your enemy. At least he be prepared. I'm just saying. Yeah, I wasn't prepared. And I was like, damn it, I should have known some questions. Who this lady? All right. Can we get this lady off the screen? She's scared. All right. Um, I like how would you describe your personality? That is a great question. Guys, write 10 of these down and have at it. What sounds the most like you? But please, by golly, have some questions. Act like you know what you're doing. Have some confidence. Don't just people love and attracted to confidence. They love and attract they love and they are attracted to confidence. Yes, you're gonna get into deep conversations, but you gotta be careful not to reveal too much because that you're gonna reveal your insecurities too early on. And the wrong person's going to play on them. Gotta stop being deep with people that's shallow. Oh girl. Oh girl, say that again. You have to stop being deep with people that are shallow. And if you ain't got no questions to get ready to get deep, see how they act. When people shallow, they don't want nothing from you long term. Every little scenario where you got to have a deep conversation, they're running from that conversation. They're changing the topic. They got to go all of a sudden. They don't want to get emotionally attached or involved with you. It's all right. They weren't for you. They weren't for you. And that means better. Hey! Sorry if I scream in your ear. I just want to apologize. I was listening to somebody. I was like, oh, every time she do that, that's so loud in my ear. I got earphones on, son. Every time it doesn't work out, there's better coming. So if you had already picked the best you could pick, God says, I got better. I got better. I got better. You should get excited. Can I get a happy shout about better? I always say this story. I was heartbroken and crushed. God dumped me. Dumped me. I told him the truth about everything. He still dumped me about something stupid. And for real, he's like, I'm tired of spending money on you, girl. I was like, what? He just started closing me out. So I was so used to I was so spoiled. Anyway, but it wasn't like expensive things, but it was just so cute. Like, oh, you spending money on me. Thank you. So when we were talking about better, so when it was over, I thought, you ever have like somebody say it's over with, and you just like, so you not, did you see that girl that was like, oh no, no, take me back? Like I want to do that so bad with him. Like I really did. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna hold you, but I knew better than not do that. But I felt like I was gonna throw up. Okay, I was like pit about bottom of my stomach. Now I know my confidence says, girl, you can do much better than that one. God told me better is coming. And I told him to his face, like not to his face, on the phone. He's like, yeah, he was trying to come double back down. I didn't know what that was when they call you after the fact. Why aren't you calling me? Why are you trying to be friends? Trying to keep tabs on me, right? They're trying to keep tabs on you. They still got feelings. So I was like, bro, he's like, yeah, anybody come in your life, they're gonna have to deal with me and they gotta accept me. I said, no, sir, they do not. One thing's for sure, two things for certain. They do not have to deal with you. You are gone. You ain't want me. You not blocking my blessing. Absolutely not. What man you know is gonna want me to be friends with some other man that I used to deal with? That's stupid. Are you crazy? I said that was cute, but don't do that again. And I told him that better is coming. I said better. He's like, better? Who better than me? I said, I'm just telling you what the Lord told me. So every single time, better came. It was always better. It was always something else. Were they the best? No. But it was always better than what I had before. Okay. So maybe dating is like this. Maybe this guy was here and this girl was here, and then the next one's better, next one's better, next one's better. Until you finally get the confidence. Oh God, look at God. I just see it as God working. All right. Alrighty. What makes you happy? What do you act like when you're sad or mad? There we go. Okay. How do you communicate your feelings to others? How do you communicate your feelings to others? I don't know what that one is. Oh, I love what's your biggest pet peeve? And how do you respond when it happens? I like that. I like that. A lot of us don't ask enough questions. Oh my gosh. That's so good. That just look at all these questions. Look at all these questions. We on number 15. Wait, is this 15? Oh, this is the 15 in this set. Okay. Do you consider yourself a calm or anxious person? They could tell you right then and there. You don't gotta wait. Sometimes we just be waiting for no reason. How many days you have in your life? Why you waiting? I wanna know. I wanna know what makes you crazy. Oh, so I can be the one that dug and run like crazy. Hey, if you good, that's okay. I wanna know what turns you on. Hey, I like to know. I wanna know. Yeah. Hey. So I can be the one I always make you smile. Ooh, baby. Tell me what I gotta do to please you. It's a rule, you gotta finish it. Everything you say, I'll do. You know, my kids, I threaten them when they just if you ever, if you ever interrupt me when I'm in the middle of a song, pop pop. That's if they babies beating that butt. All right. Family questions. Yeah. Do you have any siblings? How close are you to your siblings? Who are you raised by? Are you close to your parents or your grandparents? What's it like being around your parents? That's a good one. What's it like being around your parents? How close are you to your immediate family? How often do you visit your hometown? How close are you to your extended family? What was it like growing up in your family? What's the best part of your childhood? What were you like in high school? What's your most embarrassing childhood memory? I think that's okay. Who was? I think childhood so far away. Like if you say embarrassing work thing, that's something that could happen last week or last year. They might still be fresh, but the embarrassing childhood memory, they might share that. Who is the most important part of your youth? Are you still friends with the people you knew growing up? Um, and what? And would you describe your family to someone new? I don't know how you're gonna commit this to memory, but this is what you need to do. You need to prepare. Just like you get go shave your legs and wax your hoo-ha, you need to get your questions together, okay? Questions about value, okay? What's your political affiliation? Okay. Wait, it says ask them if it's cool to talk values before you dive right in. Is it okay if we talk about our values? Okay, I get you. Who do you plan to vote for in the next election? I don't know. Has your political affiliation changed? What's the social issue you're most passionate about? What was your life during like quarantine? How religious are you? What are you raised? Were you raised practicing a specific religion? What? How important are holidays to you? What would you consider to be your personal values? Who are the most important people in your life? What brings you the most fulfillment in life? How do you work? Do you live to work or work to live? What would that say? Do you live to work or work to live? Some people value work over everything. Or do you work to live? Then that might also mean you broke. Sorry. I'm sorry, that was funny. What role does your friends play in your life? That's important. How important is time alone? How important are other people's values to you? Who do you admire? And what would you tell yourself 5 years ago? This is a good question. Questions about passions and hobbies. Um, how passionate you are about your job. Is it important that your friends share your passions? How do you want to feel at the end of your life? What's something you're really proud of? Oh, here we go. Ding, 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 the ding, bop, 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 hey, bop, 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 hey. Now she's gonna be prepared. I got a date soon. Hey, hey, I got a date soon. Hey, hey. But you won't know that. If you just watch 5 minutes of the show, you won't know that. But if you watch the whole show, you gonna know that. You get prepared. You get burn up. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, wait, what's it? Hey. All right. It says, what are you looking for in a relationship? What I am, Masako. Girl, you can't speak tongues talking about this. All right. If you know what hasn't worked, relationship questions, guys, relationship questions. If you know what hasn't worked in the past relationship, then odds are you will be able to spot those red flags in a relationship too, right? In this relationship too. You can mold the information you gather from the first date to determine if you want a second one. What are you looking for in a relationship? What does your ideal partner look like? What do you like? I don't really like what does the ideal partner look like. I feel like that's one for fools. Like, why would you say that? Like, why would you say that? It's gonna be like, oh, she's a redhead with green eyes. And I'm just like, excuse me, no redhead here, no green eyes here. But if you treat me right, I can get some red. Look, she's the girl's red. Wendy's is redhead. We got some color context. So that's what you like. But now I ain't making no changes for you, bro. What do you like most about relationships? I like that. If you ask somebody, what do you like most about relationships? Ladies, oh my God. How many times we gonna crack this code? If you ask them questions like this and they don't value relationships, they tell on themselves. Why you think like it's like, okay, think about it. If you're breaking down the terrorists, right? I don't know if I can say that word, but if you're breaking down somebody that is not a good person, you use questions. I'm gonna say that again. If you are trying to crack the code to a hacker or a serial killer, you use questions. Why would you not? Lie detector test. You use questions. Why would you not use questions to determine if this person's not going to waste your time and take you for granted and not do what they said they was going to do? Ask them some questions. Because if that be the case, that's like calling somebody only when they're free. But if you call them when they're busy, now you get some more, okay, this is how you handle me type stuff. You get what I'm saying? If you don't ask them and take them off guard, like when they're prepared for you, that's not the time. But when you catch them off guard, that's when you really can see their character. You get what I'm saying? Oh, that's good. I think I might clap for myself. If you can't catch the whole show, catch it. the whole show. If you can't catch the whole show, later, catch the whole show. All right. Whew, that was good. Questions. When I was interrogating some stuff, I was asking questions to get the truth. You want the truth? You want to get what's in that person's mind? They're willing, they're open, but then they're like, aha, I got you because you ain't ready with your questions. Saving you so much time. These months add up, these weeks add up, these days add up, these hours add up. Are you not tired of this? If you want to be skilled, people that are taking advantage of people are skilled. You don't want to be taken advantage of. You need to be skilled as well. What's the best part of dating you? What's the best part of dating you? If the person says, what do you like most about relationships? And they say the sex. If they say, what is the best part of dating you? My sex is great. What do you think they're in for? Explain to me. What are you looking for in a relationship? I like a woman to have sex. They done told you everything. And they might not say it that way, but they're going to tell you that right there. On to the next, on to the next, on to the next. How do you cope with loneliness? How do you cope with loneliness? Do you run out and try to hang out with people? Even if they're strangers, you're just like, hey, 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 I'm trying to be here, I'm trying to be there. That's how you cope with your loneliness? That tells you a lot. Who do you go to for a relationship advice? So when you start seeing him acting funny and you know he goes to his single friend versus his married friend, then guess what? You don't have a chance. You don't. Because if the single friend is not going to tell you what's the best thing in a relationship, they have no clue. If they did, they'd be in a relationship. All right, what's the best? Do you like dating apps? What's the best love advice you've ever received? Do you like dating apps? Could be like, oh yeah, that could tell you like if they're involved in dating apps. That's not even how you met them. What's the best love advice you ever received? What made you want to start dating? What was your longest relationship? Your shortest relationship? What has been your greatest heartbreak? What's romantic to you? Would you ask somebody what's been your greatest heartbreak? Then you could look at them and say, are they healed from this trauma? Am I wasting my time? If you still stuck on that, if they say something to make you still say, oh, you must be stuck on that, to move on. You cannot compete with a ghost. What's romantic to you? Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that. I'm an information like junkie. Like I love it. Give me that information. How do you know that you like someone? It's a good one. That's a good one. Have you ever lived with a significant other? I wish I asked the question. What is your biggest pet peeve in a relationship? What are your love languages to give and receive? Somebody asked me what my love language was, and I was like, I don't think I want to tell you. Oh, there's more. Oh, all right. This is the last batch. Y'all doing too much. Y'all showing off. Y'all absolutely showing off, women's health. You showing off. What are you looking for in a serious relationship? All right. So a lot of the tougher questions with hard to crack answers come when you ask about future plans. If you're not on the same page, it could signal some long issues long term. Save you both wasting time on an incompatible match now. Um, where do you want to be in 5 years? If he doesn't say he wants to be married and you want to be married, ding, ding, ding. If he forgets to say it, sorry for you, brother. You should have said it. How worried are you about the future? What are you looking for in a serious relationship? What about the future excites you most? What about the future concerns you most? Where do you want to live eventually? Do you ever think about having kids? What kind of parent do you think you would be? How important is it that you live close to your family? What's your opinion on marriage? That is so so good. What's your opinion on marriage? That's a women. What is your opinion on marriage? That's it. That's the question right there. That's 1000% the question. What's your opinion on marriage? I'm glad I showed up. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Uh, hey, trouble don't last always. How often do you want to travel for pleasure? Is there anywhere in the world? We're talking about dating questions. Is there anywhere in the world you haven't seen yet that you'd like to? What's your ideal style for a home? Is there anything like okay for this? I'll. What's your ideal style for a home? I knew somebody who had a home, and they just this was their last home, but and they're like, oh, the one I have now, and you don't like that one. You're like, oh gosh, like this right here. Okay, you know what? This is it. All right, moving on. Is there anything you hope to do more of in the future? And what's something you like to get? What's something you like to get better at in the future? So those are future questions. Oof. They got questions on sex. Oh wait! I gotta do these. Okay. This is good. This is good. Ooh, I'm gonna run through them. Okay, let me give you some sex. There's no doubt it can be an awkward topic, but if the day has been going well and you want to bring up a more sensual topic before asking something completely uncommon, just read the room and ask yourself if you're in the right headspace to give answers to. Okay. So, what would describe your sexual orientation? I don't think that was a good one. That's like if somebody's not straight, how would you well, I guess if you don't ask that questions and it is a problem later, then I guess that's a problem. I don't know about that one. You know how sometimes we just talk a certain way and that is not in our vocabulary. That's one of them questions. All right. How would you describe your taste in the bedroom? Ugh. What do you look for in a sexual partner? How would you define sex? When was the first time you had sex? What was your first kiss like? What was your greatest sexual fantasy? Who's your celebrity crush? Do you believe in casual sex? I would say that question. Do you believe in casual sex? Do you enjoy talking about sex? How old were you when you had your first crush? What does sex typically mean to you? That's a good one too. What does sex typically mean to you? Some people are not. They're not really delving into that, so you don't want to ask a bunch of sex questions if that's where you're on. What's your biggest turn on? What's your favorite movie sex scene? Because you don't want to give them ideas like, oh, we finna do something, sir. Bam. Is there anything you wouldn't do in bed? Nah. What do you think about sex on the first date? Who are these people? Where they get them from? And what do you think? I mean, I guess it would be a good question because sex on the first date, yeah, that's a good idea. Ma'am, run. Ma'am, walk to the car. Ma'am, get your Uber. Ma'am, get on the bus. Ma'am, get your taxi. Ma'am, get your plane and your jet. Sex on the first date, unless you're not trying to be married. Now, if you're not trying to be married, then do you? But absolutely not. And then get your opinion of sex on the first date because a lot of men will have sex on the first date and then judge you for having sex on the first date with them. So therefore, you want to know what that means. And like he might say, well, I don't respect her. So most of them don't. Most of them don't. It's a very small percentage of like, I still respect a woman after the first date, and then they all try. Well, not all, but most of them do. What do you think about sexual exploration for couples? No, these is no. I'm not asking that. Now these are questions that it's time to take the heat off of them. Is to turn your questions inward, right? So it'll give them a little chance to fight with you, okay? While also making sure the conversation is not all about them. Who said I'm asking all these questions without them talking to me? I don't know what they're talking about. I say anything over here? Oh, y'all quiet. Y'all scared. It's okay. Um, what was your first impression of me? I like this. What stood out about my dating profile? What kind of friends do you think I have? What do you think my parents are like? why did you decide to go on a date with me? If I were an animal, what kind would I be? What's your favorite thing that you learned about me so far? What's your least favorite thing that you learned about me so far? I would take those two. And then if I was an animal, what kind would I be? I don't know. That's a pretty good question. If I were the animal, what kind of what kind of would I be? What's been your favorite part of this date? You look at me blushing. Do you think we have things in common? If we went out on another date, where would we go? What? I don't know. That's a little forward, but that probably be the last question I'll ask. What celebrity do I remind you of the most? What do you what stood out to you most during this conversation? That's a good one to me. And when did you know you were going to enjoy this day? First of all, I love how you assume the sales is. You was like, you enjoy this, baby. Don't get it twisted, all right? Oh my gosh. Yes. Any of these were your favorite question? Any questions stood out to you? Anything you want to ask me? Yo, we never asked that question. Is there anything you want to ask me like at the end of the interview? Child, the way they have you all up in here, honey. I'm gonna give y'all the link to the article because y'all might have to write these down, copy, paste these. Let me give you the link right now. Okay. All right. So yeah, I mean questions for me? What do you think about these questions? I think we hold on. We absolutely need to vet the people that we date, that we get in relationships with. We absolutely have to vet them and see where their head is. We have to see um, what they want, what they desire. Get on the same page. You don't stop trying to make things work that don't fit, that are not compatible. They may be compatible in your personality, kind of getting along when they're being their fake self, but then are they really long term compatible with you? Are they compatible with the intentions? If you want a long term and they want a short term, that's not a match. I don't care if y'all like the same barbecue, movies, and TV shows. I don't care. They don't want the same thing as you. They're not in the same place. Ask the right questions. If you want better results, be on your ish and know what you're doing. Commit these to memory. Matter of fact, you might even want to role play with yourself. Like, all right, y'all think I'm joking? Like, oh, that's too much, Ruth. You're role playing. Okay, but do you know realtors role play? Do you know when before they talk to you, they role play? Before they call you on the phone, they role play. We role play about business. Why don't we role play about relationships? You see what I'm saying? That's because you don't want to practice on the cutting room floor. If you have that philosophy, I don't practice when the game's on the line. You don't practice at the seventh game of the playoffs and it's neck and neck. No, that's not when you practice. That's when all of the practice comes out. So that's the questions, guys. I have nothing else to say except for I'm using the mess out of this right here. We backed it all the way up. We talked about vetting. We talked about questions. This is how you vet them. Get them questions asked. Be prepared. Have them ready. Know what you're doing. Stop dating like a little naive person that's like, there's no wolf. Would you somebody knock on your door right now? Would you say, oh, come on in? I don't know who you are and ask you no questions. That's a good analogy. It's a good analogy. Sorry. My little gangster. That's a very good analogy because you would have to ask them, who are you? What would you like? Who are you here for? And if you don't agree to what they're saying, you don't open the door. Don't open the door to your heart, and the person don't answer your questions well. I'm done for the night. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching Ruth and Relationships. Ruth and Relationship. Tell me, can you handle that? It's the Ruth and Relationship Show. Bye. I bless your dating life, your children, and your marriage. Bye.